hairstylists are a scam. And let me explain why I think they're a scam. I just got out of the barber salon right now, whatever. And the front can use a little bit of marinating, but we're gonna show the cut right now, okay? I just got out the barber. The layers are clean. And guess how much I paid for this haircut, right? I'll give you a second. I only had to pay $3.10 for this. Alternative hairstylists are out here charging nearly a Benjamin, if not over a Benjamin. 110s, $100, excuse. Like, yo, I'm not saying they don't look good out of the shot, but that is egregious. Especially when our whole brand is being alternative and it's about self-expression. I feel like this kind of divides hairstyles and alternative hairstyles by class, by financial situation. And I personally don't subscribe to that. I don't think I should spend $80 to get a good haircut. I don't think I should spend $80 to get a good layered haircut. Because if in basic cosmetology, layers are super common, especially within women's hair. Mind you, I came out the barber and my hair was super wet. I looked like a homeless person and it was super thin and looked red. And the fact that it only took like 20 minutes for it to dry and it already looks majestic, like I got a good deal out of that, you know? So it's like, yeah, no, I feel like these alternative stylists are trying to propagate. I feel like they're trying to push an agenda that you can only look this good as an alternative person if you pay the $80, if you go to my salon, my stylist place. And guys, I know it's up to preference if you want to go to a stylist or not, but don't you think it's way more alternative, way more punk to support your local hairstylist, your local hair salon, your local barber, rather than paying almost $100 for a artificially manufactured alternative haircut? Yeah, it's not my thing. So I made a video that contrasted barbershops, salons, and alternative hairstylists. In quick summary, the video was basically about how alternative hairstylists monopolize on the trend of making alternative hairstyles a trend. And usually they make the haircut super expensive, while I went to a barbershop salon hybrid and got a really good haircut that I am really satisfied with. It has the layers, it has everything. It's my self-expression, how I like my hair to be. But anyway, the person that I'm going to be referring to who commented on my video about it, I'm not going to address them by name or anything because I don't want them to get harassed. So I wrote down the comment that they posted in my notes app. And they commented, because you're going to a literal barbershop, of course it's cheaper. Sob emoji ×4. They usually suck at alternative hairstyles. And the first response I made to them was, what does sucking at alternative hairstyles even mean? If the hairstyle is self-expressive outside of norms, it is still inherently alternative. So saying they suck at it is insinuating, in context of the video, that you are team alternative hairstylist. I don't know though. And I gave this person a lot of leniency. I also did another response saying, I can hardly remember what I said because she blocked me, I'm pretty sure. She deleted the whole comment thread. But I was like, yeah, I do understand the part where you're like saying that they're not that good at like alternative hairstyles because you don't think that the barbershop can do good layers or something. And so I was mostly agreeing, non-agreeing, half agreeing to they usually suck at alt hairstyles. So, and then I said like, yeah, it's going to be understandable if you go to a barber shop and you're not going to get not exactly what you want to be self-expressive. But it's also like, why are you calling it alternative hairstyle? It's an oxymoron, and I think that if you're being alternative, you should just be expressive of yourself. That was like kind of one of the main points I was pushing, is that why are you going to a quote-unquote alternative hairstylist if it's supposed to be self-expressive? I got a lot of other nuanced comments on it, even somebody who was studying cosmetology to do the alternative hairstyles, and me and her had a really good discussion about it. But anyways, I'm gonna go back to this lady who was commenting. But basically, she immediately got triggered by my initial response. She was basically like, okay, here we go. Like basically verbally in a comment section getting ready for an argument. And then she tried to double down on the alternative hairstyle. She tried doubling down on the alternative hairstyle thing by saying, if I'm going to this hairstylist, I want it to be like this, and that's why I'm specifically going over there. And that was like, okay, I already covered that in the video. If it's your preference to go to these hairstylists, then go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Like, me personally, I wouldn't go over there because I don't think I need to spend that much money to express myself. But something odd that she put on to the last part of that sentence of that comment was saying that I don't understand why people think alternativism has to be like imperfect, or saying that I don't know why people think alternative has to be imperfect or something. And that was really weird. That weirded me out, because I never argued that alternativism or alternative whatever was about being imperfect. She was saying that, I feel like she was insinuating that because I intentionally go to barbershop salon hybrids, that I'm intentionally getting an imperfect version of the hairstyle I want. And so I responded to her saying that I pointed out, saying that I quite literally made another response to her that was more in the terms of agreeance. But the fact that she added on that last part, that she thinks that I think that alternativism is about imperfection, is a really weird and flawed perspective of what alternative culture and alternative people really are. Because that just means that you see alternative people as flawed for whatever reason, and that you're just trying to replicate the imperfection. Or I don't know. I really don't know what this person was trying to insinuate, but I don't think it was anything good at all. But basically, that's like the most I can remember, because after I pointed that out, after I pointed that weird thing out that she said, she just immediately blocked me, you know? Because I feel like she knows that I caught her in a jiffy. And some other person was also trying to back her up. I can't even remember what they said, but that perspective on alternativism is pretty strange to me, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, I had other discussions with other people that really enlightened me about these things. You know, that one young lady or young person that was basically talking about how they study cosmetology so they can practice this art form of doing alternative hairstyles. And while I still disagree that, or while I still have the sentiment of alternative hairstyles are an oxymoron, it's still subjective. I'm not trying to spew this like it's an objective thing. This is my personal opinion. I hate when people act like I'm trying to regulate them or I'm trying to like control what they're doing. You know, it's like, do anything you want, do everything you want, right? If you disagree with me, you disagree with me. If you agree with me, if we come to an agreement and you're like, okay, I'm more like me, I'm more like this guy right here, this one, I'm gonna start agreeing with him and start supporting my local barbershop / hybrid salons. And that's like the only thing that I want to appeal to, is people who would agree with me but don't know that there is a representation for that take, you know what I mean? My content is never about being controlling or anything like that. It's me talking about my subjective opinion and trying to find like-minded people, which I rarely ever do find like-minded people, because a lot of people just try to take offense to it. They take offense to it and start defending against it because they think that everything on the internet, they need to listen to everything on the internet. They don't think that anything on the internet is actually subjective. And I'm not gonna lie, that is just a dangerous way of viewing the internet. But anyways, guys, I don't know if any of you came from the original first video, but this is a follow-up video. Goodbye, see ya.